this area because it opens up those bulbs. And no, back to this because I need the light. Yeah, I need the nature form basically to get to this area here. So this is the next required area of the game. Yeah, I mean this one is just mainly just navigating the darkness type of thing. But the funny thing is that this is the abyss, but the next area takes place a bit farther down. And it's not all dark like this, so I don't have to keep using the sun form down there. Yeah, so we gotta just dodge those things that are there. They kind of do they eat you and they deal damage to you while you're stuck inside them. The only way to get out of them is to basically damage them. So I want to try to avoid hitting that. So then I have to switch back to the energy form and deal damage to them and then get out of it that way. Yeah, these things are a little scary. And then here I gotta click on the door to have this happen. Basically, Lee somehow knows how to open this door. Don't know why. Game mechanic, I guess. So now we are in the Sunken City is the name of this area. And it's where the next required boss is because when you beat this boss, it removes a obstacle to the next area. That's basically, it's not there once you beat this boss. And those enemies I just passed are very annoying because they try to like basically dash at you. They dash at your basically your present location, so you try to just get out of their way once they dash. And they take a lot of hits to kill. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be fighting like 3 of them in the next area.
Good luck with your run.
Alright, thank you. So yeah, this is, you got this little boy, kind of ghostly looking boy. Also, you guys are probably hearing it better than we are, but there's kind of like ominous, laughter. What's the, like, I guess it is ominous laughter. You're hearing ominous laughter in the background, and yeah. Now what's happening here is that the boy's gonna go to the, right here, and that area is completely, dark, and he's gonna be at the very end of it, completely scared of the dark. So the way to basically have to lead him back to the beginning, to where he started this area at. Kind of counterintuitive to a speedrun setting. You have to basically, you can't go too fast because if you go too fast, he gets too far away from you, and then I think he returns back to that starting point. So you have to kind of go a little slow here. So not really much to say about that part of it. Ideally, I think I would time things so that way by the time I get him back over here, I'd switch back to fish form to speed things up. Oh, thank you, game. That's what happens. I didn't hit the trigger for it. He went back to the beginning of this area. So you don't want him to get too far away, and you want to hit you want him to hit the trigger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like nothing's going right for this game this time around. So yeah, I guess I can't say much now since I'm doing the same thing over again. Right, this area, the only reason it's really there is just to get rid of the obstacle for the next area. Otherwise, there's no reason to be in this area. There have actually been skips found to skip parts of the game, but I think it kind of breaks the game as well, so it's not really good in that regard to do any of the skips. That song that you just heard, the kind of motherly-looking ghost sing, that's actually something that if most of the music of the game, it's actually a very common theme in the game. And I'm gonna switch to keyboard and mouse just for this because I need the precision. I gotta lead the girl ghost over to the boy ghost. So she doesn't follow me unless I shoot the flowers out. So dang it, enemies, stop that. Alright. No, are you serious? You're stuck in there? I was hoping I could switch back to the fish form before the little cutscene here started. But yeah, that song that she was singing is kind of like a common theme throughout the whole of the game. Like most of the songs, you kind of use a variation of that theme. And it actually is going to come up here, and very importantly, in the next little area, once I Not the next area, but the area after that, I should say. I'm gonna switch to the energy form here because I actually need to have it for this little thing here. You have to trigger this first, of course, but yeah, these things turn into those flying bug-like things, and then I gotta kill them all for the ghost boy to continue following along his path. Ideally, I think I'd want to kill all the like bug things when they're on the like when they're over there on the right to save a little time, because then I can actually be on the right when I kill them. But I'm just gonna hit them as much as possible. I mean, they're running into me and trying to kill me, but I'm gonna hit a save point in a little bit here anyways. Yeah, ideally, if this guy can stay over here, then that's actually a good thing there. It basically doesn't move my location once the next cutscene starts, so farther to the and the boy just apparently got past me without me seeing him. So I'm gonna switch back to the song form because, and I'm gonna use the mouse again because, like I said, precision. I for some reason I can't get the correct precision with the songs with the notes. So what I have to do is I basically have to sing this stuff, and it's basically these 3 notes, then this one, these 3 notes, then this one, these 3 notes, and this one. So that's what I'm gonna do right here. Yeah, I really don't know why I'm not hearing any of that from here.
Yeah, it's like very, very faint.
You know, actually, I may know why. Just gotta take a quick moment here. Nope, maybe I don't know why.
It's been happening with all the games. It has nothing to do with this setup. It sounds fine on this.
Yeah. So I'm taking a safety save here for multiple reasons. One, I took a bit of damage in that last area. 2, in case I die against the next guy. But I do need to switch over to beast form here to get through this current. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be grabbing, see these kind of ball things here? I'm going to be grabbing 3 of them. Easiest thing to do is basically just to do them one at a time. Because I have to basically bring them down here to the boy. He's down here. He's going to be doing something with it. So I'm going to be doing that 3 times. I am going to grab this here. For safety again. I'm gonna grab that, switch over to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna eat one of those little things that look like a jellyfish. It's actually, oh, I guess I gotta go the other way. It's actually very helpful that I eat that then, as opposed, because I'm actually gonna be eating some during the boss fight, but it's very helpful to be able to eat one currently, because then the beast form kind of has it queued up. Like I said, if you eat certain enemies, they have like a projectile attack. So by eating that now, it basically it cues that attack for me. So and okay, do that. So actually, I'm gonna use keyboard and mouse first because I need a little precision with this as well. What I need to do is this is oh dang it, I'm in the wrong direction. I actually wanted to shoot that jellyfish thing at the floating thing there. So this thing's the golem here. But yeah, basically what's gonna happen is after a few of these jumps that the golem's doing, it's gonna basically spawn a few more of those enemies again. And what I want to do is eat the enemy, and then I need to shoot it at her. So that's kind of why I need the precision there. Wait, what? Are you kidding? What? This game, it's not cooperating with me today. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait again for another one of those to spawn. Yeah, I'm supposed to hit her with that, not what's going on right now. So, apparently I'm aiming pretty badly here. I haven't even hit the boss once yet. Basically, I can't damage him right now. The only way I can damage him is by shooting the jellyfish thing at her, which knocks her down and then makes the boss vulnerable. Alright, let's do this. What? I have not seen that happen before. I'm serious, this is very, very annoying. Because I have to hit her to be able to damage the boss. If I don't hit her with that, then and I have to hit her with the jellyfish thing. I can't like shoot at her or anything like that. This is the equivalent of a very bad fight. So. No, are you kidding me? Oh, dang. Yeah, I'm not normally this bad at the game. The game's not cooperating with me tonight. Alright, well, she's gonna create another one, I think. Okay. Oh. I think she's trying to dodge me this time. I think she's figured out what I'm trying to do. She knows I'm...
Really figured out what you're trying to do. She probably stopped having her create.
That is true. That is true. If she really did figure it out, she'd stop having me creating things for me to use.
Literally giving you
Okay, let's try this. Yeah, the game's trolling me, I think.
I think what's happening is that your character is rotating more slowly than you're aiming.
It's possible. I may also be aiming in the wrong direction as well, though. I think I'd have more luck if I was just using the gamepad like I used to. Okay, let's do it this way. There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to really quick eat one of those spicy rolls. Switch over to energy form, and then just basically attack him like mad. So hopefully he enters his next phase. And, wow, I've never seen him use this attack before. She does that instead. Okay, he entered the next form. So what happens is now he is basically. Oh, that's something else I've never seen him do before. But yeah, he's basically permanently damageable now for the rest of this battle. The little other ghost thingy is now trying to shoot me with the. What's it called? Now down to the final phase of this. Yeah, she's trying to shoot the jellyfish things at me now. Okay, why am I on the wall? Get off the wall. I think he's almost dead though. So. There we go. Yeah, if I wasn't using the spicy roll, that would take a lot longer to finish though. But the spicy roll actually helps me get past this first phase faster because in the first phase I have to hit the mother ghost to make him damageable. After the first phase though, then he's basically damageable for the rest of the fight and I don't have to do that anymore. And now Lee's gone for the time being. No more Lee. Naija goes through this whole thing of saying now she's like sad and then she gets angry saying she's gonna kill the creature that stole him from her. She's got mood swings. What's my time at? No one's up there to look, tell me what the time is.
I considered giving up. What was the use?
It's not the greatest, but I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully get under my 2-hour estimate still.
Though it scared me to have such.
Although at this point, if I get, I'll probably still finish the game if I hit the 2-hour mark, whatever. But I'll say this, I mean, even though normally I would say this, I wouldn't say bad things about the run, I think that this has not been going that great. I mean, it was good that I actually did eventually get that skip over the Sun Temple, but it would have been nice if I hadn't died to the Sun Temple boss. And that did waste a lot of time, though. It wasted a lot of time not getting it in the first place, then getting it and then dying. That just wasted a lot of time. And then this boss here, the golem, was just a big troll of a boss. Yeah, one thing you'll notice is that now that ghost boy is following me. I kill the boss and he's following me. And the boss looked like his mom and dad, I guess, so maybe that's why he's following me. Don't know. Yeah, more of those bug things I want to avoid. Luckily I move fast enough that I don't think I have to worry about them. Although we're trying. No, they're really trying here. Wow. He's not normally supposed to be over there, but he kind of dashed over to where I was and now he was there. Anyways, so when I come over a little over this way, he's going... Actually, wait, is it this over here? Yeah, so that triggers a little thing where he's now going to move this giant... what looks like a giant tentacle that was blocking my path. But you didn't see it earlier because I didn't go to that area earlier. But I couldn't get past that at all. It was in my way. Anyways, I gotta switch back to the sun form now. I guess right now I'm just basically backtracking. So I mean, are they saying anything interesting about this? Are they asking me any questions? Any other questions? I don't think I've really answered their last question about the games I play much, but I mean,
I am reading chat if anybody has questions for the runner.
yeah. So right now I'm just basically doing backtracking, so there's not much excitement going on at the moment.
I will say that there are more than 2 people left here. It's just that not everyone's on stream.
Yeah,
there's still probably 50, 60 people around.
Yeah. I'm sure some of them are probably watching in the other room, some are watching elsewhere. I don't think there's a lot of people watching in here though. I don't think those things hurt me at all, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Trilobite looking things. Excuse me. Yeah. I'm done with the Abyss. So now I'm in the final area of the game. It's called the Body. It's a bit ominous sounding because that's kind of what it should be. It should be ominous. Anyways, I'm gonna come this way just to safety save. Because as we all saw, I kind of need the safety saves, I think.
Some people are asking if you stream right now.
I was for a while. I haven't streamed in quite some time now, but I do plan on going back to streaming again. Part of my problem was that I had work. Other games actually kind of affected my free time a bit. If anyone's played the game Terraria, you probably know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I was kind of absorbed in that game for a while, unfortunately. But for this area, basically I have to come left of this fork here. Those red and white things, just because this area is called the Body, those are red and white blood cells. So, yeah, it's kind of a little creepy.
Shout out to the people on Twitch who creeped my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I want to avoid getting hit by those spikes there, because if I get hit by them, they poison me. Like I said earlier, poison damage is bad.
The stream is not up for 20 hours. It's up until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, stream will be ending at 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. But yeah, in any case, what I'm doing right now is I'm going through the Body, and I have to collect the spirit of the four spirits that are from the civilizations that I've already gone through previously, and they will help me get Lee back, as well as oh, that guy was in the ceiling there. Yeah, they will help me get Lee back, as well as get me a new form. So I hope I'm remembering where I'm going here. I do want to grab this just for safety purposes.
Flicky is running Wonderful 101 later tonight.
Anyways, switching back to the fish form, I'm gonna try to be careful here so I don't get hit by these spikes. These things are shooting out. Anyways, I'm actually gonna switch back to the energy form here because I'm gonna actually. The one thing I didn't say about the energy form is that it has this charge that shoots out more than one thing. The way it works is that if I just charge it and fire it, it fires off 3 of them. If I dash and charge, I believe, I'm in the middle of dash and charging, it does 4, I think. Well, it didn't look like it was doing 4 there. And if I dash off of a wall jump, it does 3 at a time. And this is the reason why I'm switching to the energy form. Because these things over here, they just really annoying. They just track on my location, try to swarm me and kill me. So they just all need to die. I'm switching back to the song form because there's, I think, 3 of these plants here that I can open up. They all contain some good stuff. I probably should use one of those soups in a little bit here to kind of speed things up a bit, since I haven't been using them. That's actually probably one thing I would do in an actual run is make sure that I use the soups more regularly. Actually, okay, so there's only 2 of those bulbs there.
The spirit of a Crotite.
Yeah, the spirit of a Crotite warrior. That would be the civilization from the Energy Temple from way back in the beginning of the game. It gave me the energy form. So now one of the spirits of their race is floating alongside me here. Alongside me, I should say. And now I'm gonna go down a little bit farther in this area. Oh, yeah. Did I get hit by poison or no? No, I didn't. But I'm gonna use one of my full heals too. Yeah. I'm actually gonna be picking up 3 more of them, so it's not that big a deal that I'm using it now, but yeah, it does kind of suck a bit. I got hit there and was close to death. I want to go this way though. Actually, no, I didn't want to go that way. That just looked me around. Again, I have not played the game in so long that I just am really rusty with the route that I have for this game. Actually, let's kill these things off so they're not in my way. I do want this one right here. Divine Soup's actually, I forget what it does exactly, but I think it's probably one of the, from what I've heard, it's one of the best soups in the game. And I've heard that some people say that if I'm going to run this game for SDA, they'd rather I use like a glitch that's in an earlier version of the game that lets me do like a bit of glitching with cooking stuff. Like it lets me cook things without wasting items, and it would let me make those divine soups a lot more. I'm not really a big fan of wanting to use an older version of the game just because I have it on Steam here, and it's a lot harder to get older versions of the game. I've heard mixed things about whether a run would be accepted if I did run this version of the game, so I'm not even sure. People are not. They can't make up their mind about PC games, I guess.
A lot of PC games.
Kind of good dodge there. Anyways, I'm gonna use I need to use the sun form here because this area is kind of tricky because of all the things that are attacking me. I just took 2 hits there that I didn't want to take. Yeah, I'm just taking this area easy just because of all the damage I can take if I don't play it safe. But yeah, that's half of this area so far. I just have to grab 2 more of these spirits that are on the right side of the body, so I have to go back to the first area and then take that. So back to the fish form and use that. Yeah, it's part of this is backtracking, so if they have anything else they want to ask me.
I will say there's still like 50 or 60 people here, probably. Maybe a little bit less. That was a common question. I saw a couple questions earlier that asked you to recommend other indie games people probably won't. Because it seems like you run a lot of indie games.
Yeah, I don't think I run that many of them, but I mean, I kind of like some of the ones I played. I just offhand I can't think of any others that. I mean, I would say Spelunky is probably a good one out there. I haven't played it actually, I've tried playing it, and I kind of suck at it. That's not an easy game, Spelunky. But Spelunky was done by the artist of this game, Derek Hughes, so I would recommend it in that regard. I mean, I can't. Funny thing is, if I looked at my Steam account, I probably could like recommend things from there that I played. Oh, Evil Land is a good one. DLC Quest is good. I'm just thinking of things that I know that I have on Steam, so.
Yeah.
I think I actually need to be going up here. Alright. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of trying to get through this area without getting killed. In fact, let me switch over to the energy form so I can kill these things that are in my way. Like I said, when these things swarm you, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible when they swarm you. They just deal a ton of damage if they were able to swarm you. One thing I could do here is if I do this, I could swim into the trigger for the getting the spirit and then still grab the item, which is kind of nice there.
The space game he played the other day was Solar 2.
Yes. Huh, that's weird.
Did she switch anything?
Yeah, that's never happened before either. Usually she rotates in the same direction as everyone else, so.
That's kind of cool.
It does look kind of cool. I just never seen it before. Not expecting that one. Funny thing is, it's probably gonna fix itself when I go back to the other area. And that would not surprise me either if that happened. Anyways, I don't know if it's faster for this current to use the beast form and try to go back from the bottom or not. Actually, in cases like this, I have to use the beast form anyways because I can't get through the current. Yeah, right now this is just basically me collecting these spirits to freely, fix itself. I'm not surprised at that. I'm not really not surprised at that. I'm more surprised that it was going in the opposite direction when I picked up the spirit in the first place, though. 'Cause I've never seen that happen before.
You don't happen to know what engine this game is using?
It might have been a custom engine. I'm not sure though. I think Alcoca might have done his own engine for it. Can't say for sure. I do know it's been ported a few times though. Like it's been ported to iOS. It's been ported to actually maybe only there's an Android version as well. So there's been ported to both Android and iOS. So there's no version of the game. I've heard from other people that the controls are actually not that bad. So I mean I don't know how much the game is, but I personally would recommend it on Steam because it's got a few pretty cool achievements in it, and it's not a bad game in that regard. Damn it. Right. Now I gotta switch to the beast form there. And let's see here. Don't know if I can do the same thing here with the game. I kinda did. I guess I got the item and triggered the freeing of the spirit as well. Can I go in the same direction or opposite direction? Same direction this time now.
By retrieving the four spirits, I gained
And there's a
power to
short
free
little
you
period
from
where
this
after
prison.
I get that one I can't do any movement, so I'm just gonna wait. So I'm only using beast form here because it's kind of easier to get out of this current with it. I'm gonna switch back to fish form. So now I have the four spirits I can go freely again, and doing so will give me a new form as well. That when I get to there. So for right now, more backtracking. Can't really say much about the backtracking. The thing is, the game is like kind of a Metroidvania in a way, so backtracking is just kind of inherent in it. Especially if you were to go for like 100% in this game, which is, I think I've heard mixed things about what should constitute 100% in this game, but oh, I want to avoid those things too. But there's a bunch of like recipes. Like I think there's like a total of like 13 pages worth of recipes. Some people try to say that part of the 100% should be getting every one of those recipes, which I personally find to be very annoying to do that, and I don't think it should count as part of the 100% because it's like there's not really much of an indication of it that that you have 100% of those items.
Right. Seems kind of crazy.
Let's see here. I might, after I grab Lee, I might go backtrack a bit to get the save point again, just because I'm taking a lot of damage and I can just use it to heal. Yeah. So for this to open him up, I basically have to, well, first I have to be on the song form, then I have to sing the first 4 notes of that song I sung earlier in the Sunken City to open this up. And what that does is it basically frees Lee, and now it's going to give me a new form called the dual form. That one's kind of interesting because of the fact that it's got 2 sides to it. It's got the Lee side and the Naija side. The Lee side doesn't really do much by itself. The Lee form has this thing that basically shoots out a bunch of attacks quite kind of similar to the energy form, but not quite the same. Then there's the Naija side, which is actually useless until you kill 3 enemies with the Lee side of the form. When Lee has killed 3 enemies, it basically charges up Naija's side, and then she can let out this very strong scream that does quite a bit of damage. I think basically almost one-shot kills out almost all the normal enemies in this game. So, I'm just doing this for safety, obviously. One other thing I've noticed is that the in-game timer for this game, I don't think it's accurate. And I don't know what it's doing, if it's counting the time of the cutscenes I've skipped in its timer or not. It doesn't seem accurate for what it's doing, though. You may notice that Lee's not following me, it's mainly because he can't go through currents like I can, so he's probably stuck back here somewhere. Probably all like, where'd you take me to? I don't know where you are. See, there he is. He was just kind of stuck there for a bit. So now I'm gonna temporarily switch over to the keyboard and mouse, and actually, okay. So button 8 gets me Lee's form, or the dual form. And to switch forms, you basically just roll to switch the forms. And yeah, basically I'm gonna try taking this a little safely here, but I guess one thing about it is that with the way this game works, even though it allows you to use all 3 controls at the same time, it's kind of iffy when you're using the keyboard to move around, and try to move the mouse as well, it kind of doesn't work too well.